Hello students, welcome to another session of the subject Computer Concepts and C Programming. In the previous session we learnt about the various types of input-output statements supported in C, and also we learnt about how to display output in a formatted manner. In this session we are going to learn about decision making and branching statements. So let us start today's session. Okay students, assume that you have written a program which contains a set of statements. Let's see how compiler executes these statements. The compiler first executes statement 1, then it executes statement 2. Like this, in a sequential manner, it executes all the statements in this program. Suppose there is a need for you to execute statement number 3 and 4 and statement number 5 and 6 based on some condition. That is, you want to execute statement number 3 based on some condition and skip statement number 5 and 6 and continue with statement number 7. Or you want to execute statement number 5 and 6 based on some condition and continue with 7, 8 and 9. So this kind of conditional execution of statements and executing selective statements is called as selection construct. Students, in the programming constructs, now you are going to understand what you mean by selection construct, which means that you want to select a set of statement and execute and skip set of statements. This is what the idea behind selection programming construct. Alright, now we'll look into another kind of programming construct. Suppose there is a need for you to execute statement number 8 and 9 10 times. That is, you want to execute this 8 and 9 10 times. What will you do? Will you write 8 and 9 10 times? Copy and paste? No. You have to use some kind of programming construct which satisfies this condition to execute it 10 times. So for that you have the second construct, students, that is repetition constructs. Which is also called as iterative construct. Iteration or iterative construct. The selection is also called as conditional. So students, now you learned two important programming construct, that is the selection as well as repetitive construct. It is very simple. What you have to understand is selection construct is used if you want to skip set of statement and execute particular set of statements. Whereas the iterative statements is used, or iterative construct is used to execute a set of statements n number of times. These are the two programming construct. And if you are thorough with the concept of these two programming construct, any programming language will be very easy for you, and building logic to solve any problem will be very easy. So now let's see how C supports these two kind of programming constructs. Students, now we'll see the selection construct support in C programming language. In C, we call it as decision making and branching statements. Here you have majorly two categories: the if statement and the switch statement. I put it in quotes. These are all reserve words or the keywords. In C, if you want to implement selection construct, you have to take the help of either if statement or the switch statement. there is one more kind of selection construct which is called as unconditional branching statement. Under this we have the go to statement. Students, in this session we are going to only concentrate on the if statement. In the next session we look into the switch statement as well as the go to statement. Students, we will see the support in C programming language for the repetition or looping construct. So in C you have particularly three types of iterative construct or statements, that is the for statement, while statement, and the do while statement. You can also call it as the for loop, while loop, or the do while loop. In C there are various types of if statements. They are the simple if statement, if else statements, nested if else statement, and else if ladder. So please mark 5-star rating for this. In the examination you might have a question, explain the various types of if statements in C. Now let us understand what are these. The very first is the if statement, which is also called as the simple if statement. We will see the syntax. If in the bracket the condition and open the flower bracket, here you will write the set of statements and then close the flower bracket. See students, we will first understand the structure of the simple if statement. It begins with the if keyword followed by parenthesis. Inside the parenthesis you write an expression, a valid expression framed by operators and operands. So this expression will be evaluated, and based on the condition of the expression, that is the condition is nothing but the either true or false. So it will be a boolean value. If the condition is true, then the statements within this block will be executed. So that this block is called as the if block. So the statements over here within the opening flower bracket and the closing flower bracket are called as the set of statements belonging to the if block. So when the condition is true, then only the control will go inside the if block, execute all the statements, and then continue with the next statements you have written. Suppose the condition turns out to be false, then these statements in this block will be ignored. So that is the analogy of selection construct. So I hope you have understood the structure or the semantic or the syntax of the if statement. Now we'll see the flow chart for that. Students, we have discussed the flow chart in the first unit itself. Again, to make you understand and relate the concepts, I'm going to redraw it once again. This is the flow chart for representing the simple if. Remember, we use the diamond to represent the decision making. See here, first to condition evaluation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಟ್ರೂ ಆದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಇಫ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಬರ್ದಿರ್ತೀರಾ, ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರ್ದಿರ್ತೀರಾ. ಅದಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಟು ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸಪೋಸ್ ದ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಫಾಲ್ಸ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನ ಸ್ಕಿಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ದ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಫ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, I have taken a simple code block to explain to you the concept of if statement, that is simple if statement. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನೇನು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ if age is greater than or equal to 18 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲಿಜಿಬಲ್ ಏಜ್ ಫಾರ್ ವೋಟಿಂಗ್ is 18 and above, so that person is eligible to vote. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಅ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೆಸ್ ದೆನ್ 18 ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಸಪೋಸ್ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರೈಟ್ printf ನಾಟ್ ಎಲಿಜಿಬಲ್ ಟು ವೋಟ್. ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ಹಿಂಗ್ ಬರ್ದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Suppose the age value is 20. So this condition is satisfied? Yes. 20 is greater than or equal to 18? Yes. True. Eligible to vote. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲಿಜಿಬಲ್ ಟು ವೋಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ಎಫ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ದಿರೋದು. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಇದ್ರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಟ್ರೂ ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ವಿತ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾಟ್ ಎಲಿಜಿಬಲ್ ಟು ವೋಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ even though a person is 20 years, the output will be eligible to vote as well as not eligible to vote. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಈ ತರ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವು? we have to write one more if statement. now students, ಇವಾಗ ನೋಡಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು if simple if statement ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. if age is less than 18 then that person is not eligible. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಏಜ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 20 ಆದಾಗ ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ printf ಎಲಿಜಿಬಲ್ ಟು ವೋಟ್. 20 is less than 18 no, it is false, so this will not be executed. Students, ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫುಲ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಬರೆಯಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. I am going to write only the code blocks to explain the logic. Practical part of these whatever examples I will show you right after this video. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾನು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಡೆಮಾನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದೇ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಥಿಯರಿನೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಫುಲ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ನೋಡಿ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು. ಓಕೆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, now it's time to learn the if else statements. Let's see the syntax. The syntax is almost same as the simple if. ಇಲ್ಲೇನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಏನ್ ಬಂತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ here you have the else keyword right after the if block and there is one more block of statements. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ನ ನಾವು this block we can call it as if block statements and this block we can call it as else block statements. Okay, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ if else statement is used for two-way decision making. ಸೊ ಇದು ಹೇಗೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? like if statement, if the condition is true then set of statements in the if block will be executed. If the condition is false then this part will be skipped and the else block statements will be executed and then continue with the next statements in your program. ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, if condition true ಆದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ set of statements ಇದ್ರೊಳಗಡೆ ಬರೋದು if block ಒಳಗಡೆ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಸ್ಕಿಪ್ ಆಗಿ else block statements ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಿ it will continue with the next statements. So now we'll see the flow chart. Flow chart already ನಾನು ಬರೆದು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಟ್ರೂ ಆದ್ರೆ if block statements same as it is. ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಆದಾಗ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. we call this as the else block statement. So either of these will be executed and then continue with the next statements. I think now you have understood the if else also. Now let's go to the program or example we have taken. So if statement example idu, if age is greater than or equal to 18, printf eligible to vote. If age is less than 18, printf not eligible. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಎರಡು if statement ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. But our C program supports the else, that is the if else statement. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ we can eliminate one condition over here and just write what? Else keyword. So if you give example, that is age as 20 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ, if age is greater than or equal to 20, yes, 20 is greater than 18, then eligible to vote. Suppose you give age as 15, e part 2 execute agala because this is false. Then this part will be executed output alli not eligible ಅನ್ನೋದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. I hope you have understood if else also. Now we learn the nested if else. The nested if is also same as the if else statements. ಏನು difference? The difference is this word, that is nested. What is nested or nesting? Nesting is nothing but ಒಂದರೊಳಗಡೆ ಒಂದು ಹಾಕೋದು ಅಂತ. ಏನು ಇವಾಗ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ? Here you are putting a if else statement either in the if block or in the else block, then we call it as a nested if else statement. Students, ಈ ಒಂದು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಯಿತು ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ದ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಆನ್ ನೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇಫ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರಬ್ಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್. Now let's understand the concept of flowchart for nested if else. Syntax ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆಗೋಗಿದೆ ನಮಗೆ. Nested if else ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ if you are putting if else in either if block or the else block, we call it as nested if else statement. So in this case, ಇದು condition 1, if it is true, then condition 2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು condition 2 ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನಿದೆ, if it is true, then instead of if block, here we have one more if else condition. So this is what the nesting is happening. So based on this condition, either true or false, specific block will be evaluated and then it will continue with the next statement. Suppose the condition is false, it will execute the outer if else block and then continue the next statements. So this is called as the inner if, this is the outer if. So I hope you have understood. ಇದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. In this example, we are going to display the greatest of three numbers. The three numbers are represented by variables a, b and c. If a greater than b, true, then we need to check if a greater than c. If we come to know that a is greater than b and c, then we need to display a is large, otherwise c is large. Suppose this is false, that is a is not greater than b, then we need to compare only b and c. So here we are going to check in the else if b greater than c. If it is true, b is large, otherwise c is large. So here this is the inner if statement. So this is the outer if statement. Okay, now we learn the else if ladder. Else if ladder is another form of if statement where it helps you to achieve multi-way branching. What is this multi-way branching? If we have more than 2 branches, then we call it as a multi-way branching. So in this case, the first condition will be checked. If it is true, then statement within this block will be executed and then it will exit from the else if ladder and continue with the next statement. you have written in the program. Suppose condition 1 is false, then it will check condition true. If it is found to be true, then statements within this part will be executed, and then it will execute the next statement after the else. Similarly, it will keep on checking until any of the condition satisfies. If condition is not satisfied, then it will go to the else part, execute the set of statement and continue with the next statement. Now students, we are going to see the flow chart for else if ladder. The flow chart, although it looks complex, it's very simple. Let's understand. The very first condition will be checked. If it is true, the statement in the if block will be executed, and directly it will terminate the if and go to the next statement after the else if ladder. If the condition 1 is false, then condition 2 will be tested. Depending on its result, that is either true or false, respective block of statement will be executed, and then it will execute the next statement. Suppose like this, condition 2, condition 3, condition 4, n condition are turned to be false, then it will execute the last block, that is the else block of the else if ladder, and then continue with the next statement. So this is the working of else if ladder. Now let's take a simple example to understand. Alright, so in this example we are going to display the class obtained by the student based on the percentage. So if the student has got percentage more than 75, then display distinction. Else if percentage is between 60 and 75, display it as first class. Else if the percentage is between 50 and 60, printf second class. Else if the percentage is between 35 and 50, printf pass class. Otherwise display it as fail. So students, ee example alli nanu flower bracket bardilla for the blocks within the if or the else block. So ಯಾಕೆ ಬರ್ದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರೋದು. So remember, if you have only one statement in the blocks, then no need to type the flower brackets. Directly you can write the statement. Suppose there are more than one statement, then only you should write the flower bracket. So this example is very easy to understand the concept of else if ladder. Students, in this session, although it was a lengthy session, you learnt all the concepts related to decision making and branching, specifically various forms of if statements. In the next session, we will look into the switch statement as well as the go to statement. Also in this session, you came to know the two important programming constructs, which is called as the selection construct and the iterative construct. Students, after this session, I am going to attach the practical demonstration of all the programs discussed. Please watch till end and understand carefully. Thank you. Students, now we shall practically implement all the 4 programs we discussed while learning various forms of if statement. Andre simple if ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನೋಡೋಣ, if else ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನೋಡೋಣ, ನೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ if elseಗೆ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನೋಡೋಣ, ಅದೇ ಥರ else if ladderಗೂ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲಿ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. First and foremost, click on the file to create a new project. Here you have to select console application and then click on go. Then click on next. Here you select the language. Next. Now you give the title of the project. I'll give as examples if anta kodtini. Make sure the path is set. Andre ee path illi illa anta andre you have to click on these 3 dots and select where you want to save the project. ಈ path ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ then your project will not be saved in a proper location and retrieving will be very difficult. Click on next. Create debug configuration ಚೆಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ರಿಲೀಸು ಚೆಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಮೇಕ್ ಶ್ಯೂರ್. ಸಪೋಸ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಡಸಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್, ಓನ್ಲಿ ಡಿಬಗ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಚೆಕ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಥರ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ಇವಾಗೇನು ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದೇನು ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಟು ಯು ಇನ್ ದ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ. ನೌ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸರ್ನ್ಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಡಿಬಗ್. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ಓನ್ಲಿ ಡಿಬಗಿಂಗ್ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆನ್. ದೆನ್ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಆನ್ ಫಿನಿಶ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೌ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ. Click on the plus button in the sources to view the files. Click on main.c. I'll do one thing, ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಹಳೆ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ನೌ ರೈಟ್ ಅ ಕಮೆಂಟ್. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ for simple if. Statement. So ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮು ಏಜ್. ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಅ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಏಜ್ and accept the age. Enter the age, scanf. Terminate with semicolon. So age accept agide. I'll write a simple if statement. If age is greater than or equal to 18, then printf eligible to vote. Okay, if age is less than 18, printf not equal to vote. Terminate with semicolon. Since I have only one statement in the if block, I don't need to write explicitly the flower brackets for nesting the code statements. Alright, the program is ready. Let me compile it. Alright, so the program terminated with 0 errors and 0 warnings. Now I will click on the run button to execute it. Enter the age. I'll give age as 19. Eligible to vote. Yes, I got the correct output. Again I will run. I'll give the age as 17. Not eligible to vote. So not spelling tappu madidini. Okay, not eligible to vote. 17 not eligible. Compile ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Whenever you do the changes, you need to compile, else it will not be reflected. So ನಾನು ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ಸಿಂದನೇ ನಾವು ಕಲಿಯೋದು. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ರನ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಯು ಮೈಟ್ ಮೇಕ್. ಸೊ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕೀಪಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ಸ್, ಸಿಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ knowingly, because I want you to learn how we correct errors in the program. So compilation ಆಯಿತು. I'll give the same input 17 not eligible to vote ಬಂದಾಯಿತು. Okay, so this completes a simple program for this completes the program to determine the eligibility of voting using simple if statement. Now we'll take the next example. The next example is for if else statement. So here I am going to modify the same program. Yakandre even in theory class I told the same thing. I have to just replace one if statement by else statement. I'll compile it. I'll give age as 19, eligible to vote. I'll run it once again. I'll give 17 as input, not eligible to vote. Okay, so using if else statement we solved the same problem. Now we'll take the next example to display the largest of three numbers using nested if else. Here largest of three numbers and the I want three variables. I'll declare the variables as A, B and C. Now I'll accept the, now I will display now I'll write input output statements to accept the values for A, B and C. Enter the values for scanf ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. printf enter the value for b/n. scanf %d %b. copy paste ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ because it is the same input output statements. Here I have to just replace b by c. Now I accepted all the inputs. I have to write the logic to compute the largest of three numbers using nested if else. If a greater than b, again if a greater than c. Nesting illa agta ide. I'll open the brackets to show the actual nesting. printf a is largest. I'll display the value also, %d/n a. Okay, else as per the logic we learnt in the video lecture, printf c is largest. I'll display the value for c as well. Terminate with a semicolon. So first nesting agide. ಈಗ else block ಬರಿಬೇಕು. else if b greater than c. Suppose a is not greater than b ಆದಾಗ else block ಅಲ್ಲಿ we have to compare only two variables. ಯಾವುದು b and c compare ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. That we are writing it in the else block. printf, what I will do is I'll just copy instead of typing the same thing. b is largest or greatest. ಇದು false ಆದರೆ if b is not greater than c ಆದರೆ then we need to display c is largest. So nesting ಅಂದರೆ if an if else statement is there or inside an if block or the else block of an if else statement, we call it as nesting of if else statement. Let me compile it. Okay, so there is a error over here. B is undeclared anta kodta ide. Elli line number 30. So go to line number 30. Why I got this error? Because here I have written it as capital B. Okay, but I declared the variable as small b. Remember students, C is case sensitive. It is unable to relate this B with this the capital B. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದನ್ನ we have to make it as small b. Now again compile it. Yes, the program terminated with 0 errors and 0 warnings. Let me run the program by clicking the green play button. Enter the value for A. I'll give the value for A as 100. Enter the value for B. I'll give the value for B as 50. Then I'll give the value for C as 25. So output ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಏನು ಬರಬೇಕು? ಎ ಬರಬೇಕು. ನೋಡೋಣ ಬರುತ್ತಾ ಅಂತ. Yes, A is the largest and that is the value is 100. Once again we'll run. I'll give the value of A as 10 now, value for B as 100 and value for C as 50. So ಇದರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ನಮಗೆ ಗ್ರೇಟೆಸ್ಟ್ is 100 ಬರಬೇಕು. ನೋಡೋಣ, that is B. Yes, B is largest and the value is 100. Successfully we are getting the correct output. So now we'll run once again to check whether it is giving correct output even if C is largest. So I'll give the value as A as 10, B as 20 and C as 200. So ಇದರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ನಮಗೆ C ಬರಬೇಕು 200. ನೋಡೋಣ. Yes, ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೀವಿ. So that is the reason we are getting correct output. So remember students, whenever we are working with programming, writing the program is not important. Debugging the program is very very important. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ debugging ಕಲ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ you have to just by heart the program and type it as it is. So ಅದು ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡಿ. Don't by heart the program. You have to build the program logic. ನಾನು ಥಿಯರಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಇದನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ. So you build the logic on your own. Don't by heart. Okay students, now we'll implement an example for else if ladder. So now percentage example ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ to display the class based on the percentage. Example for else ladder. Scanf percentage D ampersand P. Now I have to write the if else, that is the else if ladders of statements to solve this problem. First is if P greater than or equal to 75, then printf distinction. Else if percentage is greater than or equal to 60, I'll copy the printf statement. ಮತ್ತೆ type ಮಾಡೋ ಬದಲು here I have to write first class. I'll copy even the else if part. Greater than 50 ಆದರೆ ಏನು? Second class. ಅದು ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದೊಂದಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮರ್ತೋಯ್ತು. So make sure the code is properly aligned. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಫಾರ್ 35ಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದರೆ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜು, and if percentage is less than 35, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು if statement ಬೇಡ, directly I can put it in the else block. Okay, the program is ready now. Let me compile it. Okay, I got some warnings. Nodana. Implicit. Okay, studio.h ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ ನಾನಿಲ್ಲಿ. hash include stdio.h. Save it, compile it. Yes, 0 errors and 0 warnings. Run the program. I'll give the percentage as 90. Distinction. Now I'll give the percentage as 70. For this I have to get first class as output. Yes. Now I'll give the percentage as 64. First class, correct. Now I'll give 59 as percentage. I have to get second class, absolutely right. Now I'll run and execute for value 35. Let's see what I'll get. Yes, pass class. Now I'll give a value less than 35. The result is fail. Okay. So this completes discussing all the 4 programs for various forms of if statement. Thank you, students. Please practice the programs in your home. You can use the online C compiler or an app which I have shared with you in the group, or you can install code blocks and execute if you have a computer or laptop. Thank you once again.